Hey, what's up guys? Okay, this is a part 2 to the video I put out a little earlier about not being able to get past the loading screen of Assetto Corsa. Now, as you may have noticed in the video, at one point I was able to load into the game with 565 cars. But then when I changed a couple files around, I was not able to go in with 565 anymore. I had to drop it down to 564. That's why I said it's probably safer just to, just call it 560 and call it there. But it had me thinking, what if it's not the amount of cars but the file size? Because why would I be able to load with 565 earlier on, and then after switching a couple of cars I can't go in with the same amount of cars anymore? All of a sudden I have to drop it to 564. So I'm guessing there was a kind of a limit with the file size. Now strangely enough, my daughter and I was talking about it. I was telling her about it. I sat down here, in fact I came home just a little while ago. I sat down here like literally for about an hour just playing around with numbers, just adding a different type of car in, different type of car out, taking. I even reached to the point where I got one car got it to load it. In fact right now it's actually loading with 565 again. So I tried putting 556 and then it would not load. So I started taking skins out of the folder. It was a long process. It was just ridiculous. I was just so curious as to why it would not load. Now let me just show you guys something. Let's head back to the screen. Alright, right now I'm in Steam, as you can see. This is my car folder at the moment, as it is. Right now, I actually went up by one car. So yesterday, I could not load in with 565. I could only go when I dropped to 564. But right now, as you can see, I have 565 in there. And let's see if we can load. And we should be able to load with 565, which is one more than we could have done, yesterday. So that's what makes this a little interesting to me. I was just curious. Like I said, maybe it's a file size limitation and not. See, but we're actually in the game. Everything's working perfectly fine. Now, if I was to put one more car, that's it. That's it. So I actually went looking for one of the smallest file size cars I could find. I found I think a Toyota Celica with like 80 something megabytes, and then I think it had something like about probably 11 skins. So I took out all but one, and still I could not load in. So I got a little desperate. Out of curiosity, I went into the folder with my McLaren 650S and I copied my own skin about 4 times. So it's like show and zebra and copy, show and zebra and copy, and it keeps going about that like that. Put in I had about 4 copies of my own skin in there, and I could not load. When I dropped it to 3, it loaded. So I started playing around with the files in one of the skins. Start taking those files out one by one, just narrowing it down. Really narrowing it down, and that is what was kind of curious. Now that had me kind of like, I know it's just ridiculous. It's just curiosity at this point. Had me like, so even if it is a file size limitation, what is the file size? So this is what I actually came up with so far. Let's head back to the monitor. Now I won't bore you with the entire detail, so I did it like this for you. Yesterday when I loaded, the maximum that I could have gotten into Assetto Corsa with was here. Now notice it's still telling you 142 gigabytes, which is basically just like a kind of approximate kind of figure. This is probably a little more like it. Now take note of this number. You don't really have to watch the entire thing, but 152,946. This is where I got in yesterday. I added one more car, which was the Gualetta, which is this one on here. and that car was like 123 megabytes, and when I added this car I could not get in. Okay, fine, so we know that this is the safe number right now. That's the safe number at the moment. So I added no, I can't tell you exactly which car I added, but I added so I was trying so many different cars, but I added another car. Push me up to 565 now with this amount in here, and this is the number I got in with this, no problems. I even went a little. This is what I have right now. Right now I'm running 565 cars instead of 564, and I'm at this amount, 153068. Now notice this number here, 153089. This is actually the biggest file size that I have personally tested, that I could where I could still get into AC. From the time, notice how close this is, 153089, 153096. I could not get in with this one. And this, as you can see, is very, very close. So we are talking about just a few bytes, kilobytes. This is really, really, really tiny. A really tiny amount that will stop you from getting in or not. Really interested. So right now, as it stands, this is where I am at with 565 cars. So I've noticed, but notice that even with all these differences from 564 cars to 565 cars, notice the amount technically didn't change, because this is basically just approximate. So there we go. If you want to get a little more nitty gritty with the numbers, this is the biggest file that I could actually get Assetto Corsa to load. Anything over this, I just can't get it to load anymore. Seriously, it's weird. It's so crazy. So I'm guessing, as we say, it seems to be a file size limitation and not a car amount limitation, which just means to me, if you have, let's say right now, as I told you guys, I have like initially I had 161 cars, I think it was. No, sorry, 616 cars, something like that. If that is the case, I'm guessing if you have very small file sized cars with probably lower resolution skins, not 4K skins and that kind of stuff, it is very possible you might be able to go maybe in the 700s and still get into the game if you're using lower resolution skins. Some of my skins are actually like 4K skins and stuff. So hence the reason, I just wouldn't get in there. Now some cars even have, multitude of skins. Probably well over 20 skins, and it's one or two of my cars that I could think about right now. And some of them is very high resolution. Very, very high resolution. So right now, I think we could confidently see we are looking at a file size limitation and not a car amount limitation. As I said earlier on, when I said the maximum is 156. I'm sorry, 64. Sorry. So it seems to be not necessarily be a 564 car limit. It's more of a file size limit. So if you have smaller, file sizes on your cars, you could probably well blow past 564, maybe in the 600s and maybe even 700s and load in just fine, all according to your file sizes. So that's I find that was kind of interesting. I just decided to make a second follow-up video just because I know some of you guys might be like sticklers for numbers like me. I'm just kind of curious. It's just a curious thing to me. Let me pull up my arm. So this is my video. I got a couple of comments on the video, and let me just blow it up a little more. Let's zoom in a bit. So Rick Hyde was telling me could some programming have a limit on storage space, and that is what kind of had me thinking maybe he's very right, because that would automatically. Oh, sorry, I'm not showing you guys the screen. Sorry. Let's go center monitor. All right, that was a brain fart. Ignore that. Yeah. So I pulled up. Let's zoom in on the writing a bit. Okay, so Ricardo was saying, could some programming have, you know, a limit on storage space for file content, and that is what really kind of had me thinking. Maybe it is, because that would just simply make everything make sense to me. Why we could get in with 564 one time, and then 565 we could do it, and with 565, and then all of a sudden we can't. And that is because I took out a different car, not the same car. So it was very interesting. File size had to, the only difference was there was file size, so it just made sense. So hey, I have to reply to my buddy. Yeah. Hey, we just got another comment here. Look, Rob Hayes was saying the exact same thing. It's not a number of cars, but more about the file size. Exactly. As you probably already know, some car folders hold more information than others. AI, libraries, helmets, etc. Assetto Corsa has only a certain spaces allocated for cars, as for tracks, which you can change if you know how. That's where Account Manager is so much better, as it allows so much more customization. So true, dude. So true. So true. So right there, as you can see, it is a file size limitation. But my curiosity had me go like, so what is the file size? So that's why I went through all what I did, just to get a ballpark figure. What is the file size we are looking at? All right, buddy. Hey, by the way, thanks, Rob Hayes. Thanks to you guys. I don't know why this guy gave me so many things, comments, but okay. Thank you very much, buddy. Mr. Thaman, my good buddy. Rick Hyde. Yeah, guys, thanks for the comments. That is actually, yeah, this is kind of interesting to me. This is, I mean, this is not the kind of typical video I would usually do, but this is just something that had me very curious for the longest time. I just could not understand why can't I get into Assetto Corsa. So yesterday when I came across this, I honestly thought maybe it was a limit on files and size of car, in fact, an amount of cars, sorry. So that is why I think I actually said in the beginning of there it is. I said in the video that it was a 564 car limit, but it seems to not actually be a car limit, but more of a file size limit. So if you have small file sizes on your cars, your skins, and all these type of things, you may very well bypass 564, maybe 600s, and get in without a problem, just because your file sizes are smaller. So I think that's it. I think honestly I'm good. The fact of the matter is I could get into AC. That's the main thing. But it's just curiosity. This is just a matter of curiosity, and for all of those who was all of you guys who actually kind of curious as well. So it's a file size thing. So right now, as it stands, if we go anywhere near 142, let me go back to that much for you guys. Yeah, so if we go anywhere near, remember what's the buzzer? Now notice it says 142 gigabytes even here. But I got in with this and I can't with this. What's the file size is? 153 billion. Yes, I know, I'm ridiculous, but 153,089 got in, 153,096 did not get in, and that is extremely close. Hey, what can I say? Alright guys, I think that's about it for this one. It's just a matter of yeah, so I just want to clarify that. To me, I just wanted to make a video specifically clarifying that it's not necessarily car amount, but the file sizes of your cars. There's a limitation on the file size. For me, that file size, because of the type of cars I have, and probably the amount of skins and the quality of the skins, who has 4K skins and who does not, for me it just happens to be 564. Well, 565 now because of whatever the cars I'm using. So anyway, so that's about it, guys. Like I said, it's a file size thing. So But either way, I mean, at the end of the day, if you can't get in, it's as simple as taking cars out, right? So it just boils down to taking cars out. You can probably add back, add a few in here and there back bit by bit and see where your limit is. And maybe you could go in with 700 cars, with lower sprite sizes, and that might be your cap. For me, it's 564 at the moment. So yeah, like I said, I mean, this is just something I was just curious about. It's not really a big deal, but I'm guessing now. I mean, hey, knowledge is power, as they say, right? So right now, though, for me personally, I'm just waiting for Content Manager to be able to work perfectly well and fine again with SRS in great harmony, and then everybody will be happy. So I could go into Content Manager and register for my SRS races. That's all I want. Not much. Anyway, guys, I'm just having a lot of fun, but you guys go spend some time with your family. Hope you guys have some fun tonight. At least, hey, just wanted to get the information out. And thanks for all you guys who left comments in the video. It seems to be a fairly popular video so far. So I'll see you guys in a bit. You guys take care.